need? What are your questions you want to ask? I'm an artist. I've made a couple art therapy books. I'm an art therapist. What's going on in your head? What would you like to know about? Um, I got so many art questions. Basically, they were all art questions. We got one manifesting question, but other than that, it was mostly art related. So I was like, you know what? I should just come on live on my Leah Guzman art, which is awesome that it's actually working now, and I am able to do that. So I can kind of go both places. So Susan says, look at your artistic top. Yay! Yes, actually, this is Redbubble. So if you haven't heard of Redbubble, they are awesome. They make all kinds of products and clothing. So I actually made, I don't know if you can see it. Actually, it's up there. Up here, that little painting is actually a little sketch. And then I downloaded my little sketch into Redbubble and they print stuff for you. So I made a dress. So it's fun stuff that you can do with your art. So yeah, I thought I would match. I actually feel like I got dressed up. I have not like I'm going anywhere this evening, but for you guys, I just wanted to like dress up and show up and answer. You guys had a lot of questions here. So I'm gonna just dive in and start answering them. And if anything comes up, just let me know and we'll ask them too. Oh, I gotta scroll just to keep going. Yeah, Rachel says yes, lots of questions. I'm all about manifesting too right now, art and manifestations. Woohoo! And Maggie said that's really cool. Yes, I love Redbubble. I'm using them for a little bit. I actually have, this is my third art dress that I've made. So every time I like make a new series, I like to print it just because, I don't know, it documents time and it's fun to make things. And it's very addicting. So be careful if you get on Redbubble because you'll like want to buy everything. I made some journals too, which is a lot of fun. Bought some for Christmas presents. Hey Sharon. Oh, awesome. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dive in with the questions that were asked this week when I posted that I was going to do a Q&A. And Lisa asked the question about time management, which is excellent because I know, like for myself, I balance my art therapy practice with my art practice, with my family. So it's a lot of juggling. And then, here and there, I have my little social life. So basically, I feel like I'm definitely like a goal setter. I like to be very grounded and I like to really focus on my projects because I get these downloads to want to do something. And for me, what I like to do is just kind of get clear for a certain amount of time and say, I'm going to be doing this, right? So I like to, even though I could plan for like a year, like these are all the things I want to do this year, I kind of break that down to like, okay, what's in the next 3 months? What can I focus on the next 3 months? So for example, if I'm going to make a series, like what I have behind me, I will say, all right, by this date, I want to be able to finish this many paintings and let it out, release it out into the world, say that this is ready and put it out there. So I pick a date and then I work towards that gate. And then, I use a planner. I'm the type of person that I like to have a physical planner. I don't have it on me right now to show you, but I do. I write out things that I want to do and I use it every single day. So, for example, if I'm working on my art, then I'll give myself like, I don't always make art every day. I feel like I'm creative every day and doing something that might be art related. But for as far as like studio time and actually creating, I'll give myself like 3 days, like non-negotiable. I'm going to definitely work for 3 days. And I block that into my schedule. Like here it is. So whether it's a few hours or a larger amount of time, I'll block it into my schedule saying this is it. And I block time for my art therapy time, and then I block time for like administrative tasks like writing emails or following up with somebody or doing my money management, things like that. So I do schedule, like I feel like that's one of my strengths is that I schedule my time. And as far as doing that in this whole process, this has helped me actually have a lot of boundaries with my time and learning how to say no when I'm not excited about things and just getting really clear about what my goals are, knowing that I'm stepping every single day, baby steps of getting to like my bigger vision, right? And I also plan the night before. I plan for like the week, like what I want to focus on for the week. But I will plan like the night before of like what are like 3 tasks that I can do to take that baby steps. Whether it's just writing an email, whether it's just spending some time in the studio, or whatever that is of getting me to that next goal. So Lisa wrote, I'm just gonna respond here. It says, yes, I'm torn in so many directions all the time. So focus. So think about like one task that you want to do and then break that up into the baby steps. Because if we are too spread out, then we're not going to get anything done. So that's why I say, like, yeah, you might have a lot of projects for the new year, but just focus on one at a time so that you can get there. She says, I have a planner, but I don't put my art projects in there though. I need to block that. Yes, most definitely. I see your art as self-care. Well, at least I see my art as self-care. So it's like, I need to schedule that in there so that I feel good. So that I'm, doing something that makes me happy. And then that's reflected and that ripple effect goes around me, right? So you have to block that in. Even my self-care time, I like whether it's journaling or things like that, I put that in as well. Rachel says, time blocking can be so effective. All right, scheduling 2021. Woohoo! Yay, so I hope that was helpful, Lisa. That was the first question about time management, incredibly important. Oh, look at my Instagram people. Hey, Deanna. Hi, Allison. Awesome. All right, so the next question was from Rachel Marie, and I remember she asked on Instagram. She said, do you have any rituals for your art practice? And yes, I actually did a little Facebook Live about this a few weeks ago. So I'll just kind of let you know that I like to clear my head before doing art, because if I don't, then I'm in that to-do list and I don't want to be stuck in a to-do list. So I meditate. That's one of my go-to things to do before making art so that I can be present, I can be in the moment, and I'll be so much more efficient with my time. So meditation is definitely key. Having that clear plate, just being very present in the moment. And then the other part is clearing my space. I've been wrapping presents in my studio, so I have a lot of clutter. So for me to come back in here, I'm definitely gonna have to like clear this table, clear out some stuff that's in here. Because that's also really important to me, is having a clear space in order so my head can be clear and my art will be clear. And I look at it as like a sacred time. So the space is sacred, the time is sacred. So I feel like that's really, really important to me. And she also asks, how can we determine whether we will feel like creating if we schedule a time to do it? Which goes along with, that time management. Well, I see this as self-care, and I feel like it's necessary to schedule your time to create, because it's not really like a luxury. I see it as like if I'm not creating, I'm gonna get really, really grumpy, and I know how I feel when I don't create, and I'll feel stuck, and I'm not expressive, and it's not a good place. So I think that when you do the practice of like meditation and scheduling it in, and you just show up for yourself, maybe you're not in the mood, but you will get in the mood. It's kind of like I'm so grateful. It's like you get to show up. It's not like you have to show up, but you get to show up, and you're showing up for yourself, right? And you have so many ideas of like which direction that you want to do, or which direction that you want to go to. Oh, Deanna says she needs to clear her space. Awesome, awesome. And Lisa said, and then we get to sell it. It's like self-care for the buyers who buy our art. Yeah, most definitely, because what you're creating definitely has energy, right? Everything is energy and everything is interconnected. So your art, people like your energy. People like you. They want to know you and like you and trust you and bring your energy into their home. So you want to be in a good space of like what you're creating and how you're creating it. All right, we'll keep on going. I like these questions. Rachel says, I get very reactive when I haven't allowed myself the time to create. Me too, most definitely. So I've actually been feeling that this week. I haven't been making that much, but I have some ideas that I want to put out there. So I've actually scheduled it in for this coming week. All right. So Johnny asked, what are you struggling with artistically at this time? Great question. For me, what I'm struggling with is my older pieces because a lot of the older work doesn't really resonate with me right now. Like I feel like that's not really like the style that I'm creating in. I feel like I've changed and matured and the aesthetics is different and it's taking up some space in my studio. It's like this, I can see it's right there. It's it's some older pieces on wood. It's kind of bulky, and then I have these like containers of stuff. So I've been really trying to just go through my older stuff and really thinking about, should I just trash it because it's really like trash? Could I upcycle it in some way? Is it possible to like recreate on it, or just giving it away? Because it's not something I want to put on my website. I don't even know if I want to sell it. I have found some cute little gems in there that, like I found this one. I thought that was kind of fun. I did it like my eye. Ooh, and I'm actually doing a giveaway. So for those who sign up for my email, I was going to pick somebody on Sunday and send it to them. So I have like some cute stuff that I'm like, oh, this is cute. I don't mind like, letting it go. But some stuff is just like, I got to do something with it. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. Something else that I've struggled with, which I kind of feel like I've nipped it in the bud a little bit, is sticking to a consistent theme or series, because I move around a lot. Like I get bored, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I'm really excited about my current series because I have a lot of ideas that I feel I can build off of and go in different directions, but it has the same consistent artistic language and symbolism and things like that. So I kind of feel I'm happy about that, but that is something that I was struggling with before because I was kind of hopping around a lot with some ideas. So that feels kind of good for me for right now. Oh, Rachel asked, where are you struggling in your art? Where am I struggling with my art? Well, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in a kind of like a struggle place. I kind of feel like I'm open to trying things out. For example, I made these little minis, and so basically, I haven't sold any of these tiny ones yet. I haven't really posting too much about them, but I kind of have an idea to what the next layer is going to be, right? And this is actually going to the next one of my next questions about resin. I'm going to put resin. I'm going to put like some other layers on here. So I don't feel like it's like a struggle at all, but it's more of like a problem solving. It's like, okay, if this isn't like resonating with people, or if it's not, maybe this doesn't sell, but what else can I do with it, right? What's that next level for myself of bringing it out there? So I have some ideas of taking it to another level. Oh, Sharon said that I am on Instagram. I'm kind of going out. Okay, well, I am so sorry about that. It's cutting out. Okay, well, join me in the Creative Soul Online Retreat group because I think everybody is okay here. I'm sorry about that. I guess my internet's not that good. So Rachel Brown says, oh my goodness, sticking to a single theme. Yeah, I think consistency is kind of how you brand yourself. Well, it is how you brand yourself, right? It's like how you put yourself out there and how people will recognize your work, right? And that was something that I struggled with, I think, for a while, and because I'm over here, I'm over there, and I want to have that consistency. So I kind of feel like I'm kind of moving in that direction right now. All right. So yeah, so if you're on Instagram and I'm cutting out, I apologize, but join me on Facebook, and you're welcome to join us. All right. Moving on. What kind of resin do I use? Excellent question, Jenny, because where did I put it? Okay, I just bought this. It's actually a 2-part epoxy. It's these two. So I'll put this. See how tiny these are? These were like, I don't know, 60, $70 maybe. It's so expensive, you would think, for these little things. But suppose this has non-yellowing. I bought some bigger ones for that same price before on Amazon. There was like a tabletop resin with these giant jugs. And I thought I was like, oh, I'm getting a great deal. And they ended up yellowing. I have some pieces that are totally yellowed. I'm incredibly disappointed about it. So these are highly recommended, and it says non-yellowing. There's actually another brand, I can't tell you the name right this second, but it's non-toxic. Not this one, but the other brand. So I'm going to try that one next, but it's actually double, pretty much for the sizes, is almost double the price. So I guess you get, you know, what you pay for. But I'm going to try this one first, and then try that non-toxic one the next time around. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. Oh, it says pause for poor connection. Oh well, you know what? I'll post this one later. Okay. Rosemary asks, what brands of paint do you use and brushes? All right. So let's see. You guys can still hear me here? I guess so. Okay, Rachel's still here. She says, I use the countertop resin with the UV inhibitor, but each brand will do different things. Yeah. Definitely. I was really sad when I took out all these little cuties that I have. They're all yellow. I'm just going to add another layer of paint to it. But I think this will be good for now. Okay, so going back to the brand of paints and brushes, I like to use a lot of spray paint. And talk about toxic. This is Montana Gold. Love this brand. Beautiful colors. I love the colors that are already mixed up. For paints, I go to Home Depot and I buy these samples. They're like $3 or $4 by Bear. And what I love about them is that I like to go pick out the little sample, you know, the little pieces of paper, and then like look at the colors together to see what I like together. And then I just buy the samples. So that I don't have to always like mix up my own color. I mean, it's fun to mix up color, but then it's like I'm constantly mixing up color and it always might be like a little bit off. And this is awesome because they can just mix up any color that you want. And you can just pick the little swabs and they can mix that. So I have a ton of these. I use these all the time and I like the thickness of them. I think they're really great. They're so affordable. And for brushes, I really love these. These are beautiful. These are from Utrecht. I have a ton of these. These are a little bit newer, but you can see how smooth they are. I like Utrecht a lot, and I like Jerry's Arnorama. I usually buy stuff online, so they're like my two favorite go-to places to buy stuff. But these are, I don't know, they just feel good in my hand. So those are my brushes. Oh, Johnny says she loves that brand of spray paint. Yes, it's so smooth. Okay, and Lisa asks, what makes one a professional? Well, I would say when you open a business for your art and you're paying taxes and you're selling consistently, I think that makes you a professional. Like that would be like my definition of it, but you might talk to another professional and they say, well, you'd have to have like so many years in business or so many years as a painter or something along those lines. But I don't know, that's kind of my idea. Like I think if you're selling consistently and you open your business, that makes you a professional. And then Emma asks, how long to finish a painting? Which is cute. This is like my daughter's friend asked me this. I thought it was the cutest thing. She comes over here and she's always like, what are you doing? You know, it can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to a day to months. So I think it's different for everybody and it matters what you're working on, right? Oh, Johnny likes my top Thank you. It's actually a dress. I will show you. I bought the dress. It's from Redbubble. Let me tell you, they're super fun, and it's polyester, but it's super thin and soft and silky. So I love their products. They make pillows, everything you could think of. Okay, more questions. I swear I have like pages of questions. You guys ask like the best questions. So Deanna asked, I'm an artist and I feel like I need art coaching. I want to write a book and I want to lead women art workshops. And I feel like you might be a good guide for me. I see that you have the Art of Healing and Manifesting program, which is 14 sessions. And then you have a Thriving Artist business course. How do I know which one is a fit for me? Okay, I think this is a good question because if you've ever checked out my site or wanted coaching, there's different ways of going about it. Sometimes like you could take an online class and do independent work, or you might want someone to like kind of like do some hand holding, right? So the main difference between the two is that the Thriving Artist business course is more of like independent work. It's kind of like you go on to the site and you log in, and then the courses are there and you just do it on your own, and it's more about setting up the business and how to create the income streams and finding different avenues such as like writing a book, finding your ideal clients and messaging, that type of things. And then you just get 2 sessions to work with me. But the Art of Healing Manifesting is that hand holding. That's when you get the 14 sessions of either it could be the art coaching or it could be art therapy, because many times that you want to like manifest something, you might need to heal it, right? So it gives you more of that clarity of direction in that way. Okay, so it's more of an investment, but you get those skills that you can use for a lifetime, and it's kind of like guiding you in that way. So you don't feel like you're just independently doing it. You have someone else to bounce ideas off of and kind of have that reflective distancing, right? So I hope that is clear for you. And if you have questions, you're welcome to ask me more about that. And then the Art of Healing and Manifesting includes the Artist Business course and the Creative Soul Society and the painting classes, Life is Your Masterpiece. So it's more of like a bundle. It's like a bundle of goodness. So you get all of those things. Thank you, Deanna. Would love to work with you. That would be amazing. And I know there's a lot of coaches out there, so it's kind of like, what direction do you want to go with, or who has experience that kind of fits yours and lift you that way? Because I do work with a lot of women. I work with art therapists as well, that maybe they haven't been art therapists yet, but they want to go through that path, or women that want to use art as healing and in their own way, but they don't want to go that art therapy route. So I've worked with women that way, because there's just so many different modalities that you can infuse into healing, such as like Reiki or whatever else that you want to use, right? Okay, moving on. Let's go to Lisa had another question. I kept writing this stuff down because she was going on and on about this, like, how do I price my work, which is excellent. So I like to go by size, and I have to admit, like when I was first starting out, I had no idea how to price my work. And basically, I remember going to my first show. It was like more of like a gallery. It was called Superfine, and I was selling these like little mini ones like this. And to start off there, they don't accept anything under $100. So I had to start these off at $100. And fantastic enough, I had 7 of these up and 7 of them sold. So I sold them for $700 for that set. So that kind of gave me like the bare minimum of like, okay, then I don't want to go less. I don't want to go backwards. I always want to move forward. So I just started keeping that as like my set price of 4x4s or 100, right? And then going up from that, then what's the next size up? It's like a 6x6. So I have something like this, 6x6. This is 150. Okay. And then going up, 10x10 is the next price, and then going up. And sometimes I vary it, like if I am working on like watercolor paper and it's like just a quick sketch, I might keep it more of in that $100 range, and it might be like a 10x10, because I didn't put that much time into it. But Usually I just keep to my standard pricing and I make that my guide so that people don't question of, why did you price this one this way? Or, it's not based on like emotion. It's really based on, this pricing guide that I have established that people have bought stuff at this price and then it goes up, right? Um, oh, Rachel said, I took the manifesting course 2 years ago and I still refer back to it. Oh, awesome. And it healed so much for me. I'm so happy I connected with you, Rachel. And now she has an art business that she would never imagine, which is pretty freaking amazing. I'm so proud of you. Stepping up, putting your artwork out into the world. All right. So I am just moving on up here. Okay, so Maggie, I hope you're still here, Maggie. I feel like I'm just rambling on. Maggie is, she wanted to know about manifesting. So this one's for you. Maggie, you still here? I'm going to type her name. This one is for you. So for the manifesting part, she says, how specific do you get? Okay. And then what do you do with doubt? So we're going to go over those two. So basically, I like to get specific, but I like to, when I word what I want, I like to keep it open so that it's open for more. So if I want to make, if I intend, I don't even say I want, I say I intend to make 100,000, right? Then I said I intend to make over 100,000, right? Because you want to have that over part because you want to be open to making more. You don't want to stop yourself, right? If you intend to bring in 7 clients, well, I intend to bring in over 7 clients, right? So you want to just be open to bringing in, but the universe really does like numbers. So when you start thinking about setting your money goals or your people goals of like who you want to connect with and other desires that you have, if you want to travel or create art or friendships, whatever your goals are, yeah, I think you should be specific and just be careful with the wording to make it open. You always want to make it for what you want. Don't ever include what you don't want. You don't want to have that in there. You just want to include what you want. Be specific about what you want or something even better, right? And you can even add that to the end of the sentence. I want this or something even better, right? And it's incredibly important to believe that it's going to happen for you. And doubt can totally sabotage it and make it not happen, right? Because it's giving that mixed message to the universe. You have to believe it. You got to have that frequency already inside of you for you to see it on the outside. So I have to admit that, setbacks do happen. I get setbacks all the time where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I thought I was moving forward five steps. And then I'm like, oh, disappointment happens, right? Various things go on. But when disappointment happens, my wording to myself is everything that I'm sad about. Yes, I admit that I feel disappointed. I'm sad about this, but I'm still going to get what I want. Like I let the universe know, like, it's okay. I can feel these feelings, but I'm still going to get what I want because I believe that I deserve it. I believe that I'm worthy of it, right? So I'm just putting that out there so that you can see the difference in the way you speak to yourself. Your mindset is really powerful. How how do you speak to yourself, especially when disappointment happens. So we actually have Lana Schlafer. She is a law of attraction and mindset coach. She's going to be speaking in the Creative Soul Society to us next month in January. Super excited about this. So she's manifested some really amazing things. She's been in like Forbes and she has a new book and podcast out. And so I'm really excited to chat with her. So to banish doubt, just to go a little bit deeper into that, banishing doubt is what I've used is affirmations, because I feel like affirmations are the most powerful things to rewire your brain. Because when you even think about, if you get a negative thought or negative message from somebody, someone says something and it sticks to you, like someone called you stupid when you're a little or 12 years old and that stuck with you, it takes like 15 positive statements praises, compliments to wash out that stupid. Okay. And so that's like shame research. That's like Brene Brown stuff, right? So when we, talk to ourselves and say things to ourselves, those affirmations would be really powerful. So I use my phone. I create affirmations for the desires that I want, and I let it on repeat. I see it every single day so that it helps rewire my brain, and then I can actually believe it. And I've seen it happen in my own life. So daily affirmations are incredibly powerful. It's a way to train your brain to believe something, because you can believe whatever you want. That's how powerful we are. Awesome. Oh, Maggie, you're here. Yay! I wanted to answer your question. I'm so happy you stuck around. Because I love talking about manifesting. It's like one of my favorite subjects. And I love diving deeper into that. So I think that art is incredibly a powerful tool to manifest. And that's what I love, about the Creative Soul Society, and I love about like my program, is that like we can use it to manifest what we want. We can use it to like who we want to call in, or how much money we want to make, or how we put ourselves out there into the world. So it's our superpower as artists. That's where our strength is. Okay, awesome. That made me excited talking about that. Okay, so Rachel asked, this question is, why do you paint? This is my last question here. Very powerful question here. So why do I paint? So I paint because it makes my heart sing. It makes me incredibly happy to create art. So it brings me joy. It brings me peace. It's cathartic. It's expressive. And then to have the opportunity to share it with others, it just like amplifies it, right? When you share anything in community, it amplifies it. So it's a gift for me, and then it ends up being a gift for other people. So that's kind of like my underlying intention of like why I create and why I share it, because it's not like I always shared my art, but I do now. All right, so if you guys have any more questions, you're welcome to ask me. I'm gonna just go ahead and kind of let you know a couple of things for those of you who watch the replay, or if you're not on my mailing list. I'm doing this giveaway. I'm going to be picking someone on Sunday, so I showed you that one. You're welcome to subscribe. And then the other update that I have is the vision board class is on December 27th. It's one of my favorite rituals of yearly, doing this every year. Cannot find my past boards, but they're going to pop up somewhere. We do accordion boards. We look at every area of our life. It's very powerful. So if you haven't started already, go ahead, and I got my magazines here. I'm going to start collecting images. You can go ahead and start collecting your images, and then we will come together and create. I'll guide you through a little writing exercise, and we'll start putting I have a technique that we'll be putting onto our boards. I'm using like a watercolor board. But you can use like a nice paper. All right. So thank you for being here. You're welcome, Rachel. I'm so happy that I got to be here and talk to you all. And yeah, if anything else comes up, go ahead and you can ask me questions. I think I'm going to post this on my artist page. I'm going to save it here and put it on my phone somehow, because it didn't work on my Instagram. So see, I tried, but it's okay. I will figure this out. All right, have a beautiful year. I said year because I'm reading. Rachel said this will be my 3rd year with you. Aw, that's amazing. Beautiful. So happy you're a part of my life. And you're helping me so much as well. You're welcome, Maggie. Deanna says, so excited for the board, first timer. Oh, awesome. You're welcome, Lisa. Thanks for being here. It was so fun to hang out with you on a Friday. Next time we'll do this, and we'll do the Zoom so we can actually hang out. So I'm not just talking to you. But all right, take care, and I'll see you later. Have a fun night. Oh.